I honestly love Starfield so much.
Starfield, everybody's favorite game,
True.
has received an update.
A big update, in fact.
This is a big...
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jess Finster, community
5 out of 10 on a good day? This is already not looking promising.
director at Bethesda, and I'm here today at Bethesda Game Studios to talk to you all about the next update coming to Starfield. The team has been hard at work, so let's go chat with them to see what they've been working on.
Please have a rainbow pin and purple hair like last time. Please. Please let that happen.
So with Update 4 on the horizon, what are some of the new features
2 bald dudes? Paid actors, 100%.
that players have to look forward to?
So we've seen a lot of feedback online that players really want a lot more utility and detail in our surface maps. So
I'd argue that they want a lot more game.
we took what
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
what's there, we blew it all up, and instead now we have
Wow.
a whole new aesthetic to the surface maps where you can see the terrain, all the detail in the terrain, trees, rocks, all the structures in the loaded zone.
All the nothing.
It's a lot easier to navigate.
So they added a map.
Yeah. I mean, what did you expect from Bethesda's big update? If you expected more, then, well, you have not been paying attention.
We've also made it easier to get around the cities. You can see markers for all the shops, the enhanced boutiques, restaurants, you name it. It's all there. It's a lot easier to get around now.
What's the point of a restaurant in this game? I don't know. Even I played it.
With Update
That's
4,
good.
we're also adding a bunch of gameplay options. So for that, players can really tune their experience how they prefer.
Couldn't you just do this with console commands?
Yes, but that's kind of lame and requires Googling. This is, though, actually kind of better. Though, it doesn't seem like... It doesn't seem like these percentiles go high enough, though.
Or mods? Yeah,
We're adjusting things like capacity of vendor credits, the actual carry weight. Additionally, affects.
I just...
Big. Nice. Potatoes. This is a metaphor. It's a lot of potatoes, right? It's a metaphor for the player base. They're just picking up the potatoes. Because you need to be a potato to enjoy Starfield at this point.
Additionally, affects to difficulty. So some of those, depending on...
Okay, listen. You got normal player combat damage. By the way, what does it mean? Well, considering you can't fucking write what this actually means in 3 words for some reason, there's a whole paragraph, okay? Player combat damage. Select combat lethality by adjusting how much damage you deal to enemies. What the hell? Can't you just say damage to enemies? What? And there we have the 6 difficulties. Watch, this is normal.
Affects
Then it's hard. Plus 2%, boys.
to
And then...
difficulty.
Then, it's very hard. Plus 4%. Let's go, baby. Whoever designed this obviously still needs to be fired.
So some of those, depending on how you play, you can actually tune to be like space combat more difficult or gun combat less difficult. It's really up to you. And depending on how you balance them, it'll change how you get XP.
That's
Wow.
awesome. So you're really upping the ante for players that want an even bigger
Okay, how many chins is this? And she doesn't look fat. How is this possible?
challenge.
Yeah, and with that, we actually are adding what's called the extreme difficulty.
Whoa.
It sits above very hard, and it really, really makes you pay attention, especially for the high.
Boys, write it down. Open up the notepad and write it down. Extreme difficulty is above very hard. Great tips.
Higher level characters.
I guarantee you it won't. Like, I guarantee you, if I ever go back and play this game again, I like it won't. I bet. So,
And by the way, he's completely right. It 100% won't. You see, you just need to find one good weapon and then you can one-shot most opponents. And if you don't one-shot most opponents with a good weapon, you're gonna stun lock them. You're gonna shoot them once and they're gonna be like, And there you go. It's gonna be great. It's fun.
So this is what I think the new difficulty will do, is it will probably increase the health and damage of all NPCs by around 20%. You think it'll be 200%? Oh, maybe, yeah.
Okay, this is... Oh, no, it's not a Grendel.
How about
A Grendel needs to use 150 bullets to kill one basic mob at level 1.
ship customization? I know players are really capitalizing on all of the ship content in the game, and we've seen some really crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, the reason why no one's capitalizing on it is because the shipbuilding interface and everything in general surrounding shipbuilding is so fucking poorly designed that a hobo could do a better job.
I'm sure you guys have seen as well, but are you adding anything more to the ship customization?
Yeah, so people love to customize their ships. Like there
were a lot of dick ships. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ship customization in Starfield, I will say, is probably the only thing about the game that I would say is genuinely very good. Like, I would say...
But the menus are still horrible. If you attach something improperly, it doesn't tell you where the problem is. It just says you can't do this, and then you have to figure out what's the problem.
Everything else in the game isn't very good, and the ship customization is the only thing that is.
Builds out there are just mind-blowing. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff. So now we're turning our attention to the inside of the ships.
Wow.
So we're adding a decorate mode where you can go and fully furnish and customize.
That's actually pretty good.
The interior layout of the ships.
Yeah, that's nice.
Furniture.
Oh boy, we can add more boxes on top of already existing boxes. I am excited.
Decorations. Basically everything you can do in outpost mode. We can now do that in the ship, and it's saved, and you can do that to your entire fleet. In addition to decorate mode, we're also offering a whole new set of empty habs. So basically, instead of pre-cluttered habs in the shipbuilder, we'll have a new set where there's no furniture, there's no decoration, nothing. It's a total blank slate, so our players can just kind of fill it up with their own
That's
stuff.
nice.
That's amazing. Really...
I'm gonna have...
That's nice, but roughly, like, what, 1 in 10,000 people are gonna maybe attempt to use it?
I'd say that's actually pretty decent.
Get to emulate whatever their personality showcases outside on the inside. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
New Game Plus. Is there anything being added to this update that helps the players after they've completed the campaign to return to the game?
Campaign?
Yeah, so if you're like me,
what's that?
And you find the more you go through the Unity, the more you become the hunter.
You should not find out what the campaign even is.
The one thing I want to do is be able to respect
what the hell is the
traits,
Unity?
So we're adding that. So in case you're getting tired of Wanted or want to change your alien DNA, and you really want that new Dream Home experience.
Is that like...
Yeah, these are the perks that don't actually impact the game in any meaningful way at all. So, yeah, you know, you can change them. You know, they previously didn't impact the game in any way that mattered. Now you can change them to impact the game even less meaningfully if you want so.
Like the quest, because I did the quests in the game for like 1.5 days.
Sad.
And I wanted to build a building so I could jump off of the building. Like, it's not even that I wanted to just jump off of the building, because that wouldn't be enough. I wanted to build it too.
50k players in Lost. Oh no, do not tempt me! Stay away, you foul vixen. Do not tempt me into playing Lost Ark.
It was so bad. Like, I... Let me see how many people are playing it. Starfield.
5k.
That's more than I had expected.
I mean, it's the classic Bethesda game number.
I'm gonna be honest, that is way more than I had expected.
You get to choose that when going through the Unity. In addition, you'll be able to rechange your appearance.
Really living that.
Yeah, from ugly to probably more ugly.
I'm gonna change my hair.
In life, huh?
Exactly.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys want to share about this update that players have to look forward to? I mean, you've already shared a lot as it is.
Where's the real developers? I want to see that guy with 15 Pride Parade pins on his, you know, fat body. I want to see that guy because he represents the real Starfield developer, not these absolute clowns that are probably, you know, just paid actors. Like, look at this. Normal people in Bethesda? Are you kidding me? That's not real. This is paid actors.
Anything else that you guys want to share about this update that players have to look forward to? I mean, you've already shared a lot as it is. But...
We're focusing now on our Xbox Series X players with this update. We're giving them some settings where they can help prioritize between performance or visual.
Look at this. What the fuck is this? Look at this. Is so fucking sad.
Yeah. The menu even is low quality.
Frame rate target is 30?
Yeah.
It's 30 frames per second? Oh, we want to help our Xbox players out. We're trying to get them 30 frames.
It's true.
Man. Not suggested for a frame rate target of 60 or above?
Yeah. You need to buy a new TV to play Starfield on 60 FPS if you want. Not only you need a new computer to play this game, you need a new, well, everything.
So they can't even do it on 60?
Yep.
Oh my god.
If they choose to prioritize performance, the target FPS will move to 60.
No, it won't.
So it went 30.
He didn't read it, but no, be still technically kind of right. Well, you know, being lucky. You're not getting 60 unless you have a television or monitor that actually supports 60. There you go.
30 or 60. You just have 30 or 60.
And if you don't have the right monitor, it's not gonna work. There's gonna be screen tearing. Yeah.
And for players that have TVs that support VRR, they'll be able to choose between VRR 40 or VRR 60.
In addition to the new features we just talked about, there are a couple of quality of life updates that we're introducing. One of them is you can now toggle dialogue cameras off. So instead of getting that...
Thank God.
It honestly doesn't make a difference because the game's pretty fucking ugly anyway.
Sort of focus zoom in on whatever NPC you're talking to. It just stays in normal default camera mode. It's a little more immersive that way. Some players may prefer that.
Love it.
In addition to that, we're making the container and barter menus a bit more usable. We've added some tabs along the top, so it's easier to sort of see what...
Didn't they do that with a mod? Because I remember...
Probably. It's not like Bethesda hasn't stolen from modders previously for free. I mean, it's free real estate. Why not, honestly? And this is still worse than any other Bethesda game inventory screen. Still worse.
I've never seen there was a mod that did this on like the second day, but like, I mean, I guess it's like, I mean, all right, that's... I mean, you know...
container or what inventory you're looking at, whether it's yourselves or your ship. And it's just easier to navigate. Basically, inventory and item management, it's a small thing, but it actually, I think, makes it a lot nicer.
So, Tim, we just talked to Joe and East.
The hell is this? Huh? This feels strange looking at this. What the hell? Also, is she speaking to someone to the, you know, to her right? Because his eyes are, you know, they're looking like that. So if she's speaking to this guy, she's not looking at him. She's looking at a ball. You know, Tim's standing right here and you're like, Tim, do you know? Damn, this is creepy.
Well, there it is. It's the fucking visor.
Also, yeah.
Who the fuck wears a visor?
Maybe he, you know, gets a little bit of extra money by being a Wall Street broker. Who honestly knows, right? Maybe his next acting gig is as Wall Street broker. That's where the visor comes in. But it should be green or red, though.
It's fun. A little bit about Update 4 and what's coming, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's down the horizon?
So the team is working on our first land vehicle, so you can drive around.
Yay. To the loading screens faster. Yay.
Great.
Yeah. Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
Planets. Obviously, we're working on more quests and the massive shadow.
Please, no more quests.
More random generated quests, you know? This time it's going to be really unique. Listen, before you had kill 5 pirates, now it's going to be kill 4 or 6 pirates. It's going to be a whole new thing.
Please don't do it. Please don't make me do another quest.
Space expansion.
That's all very exciting. What about creations?
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about the fact that, so I remember I bought the deluxe loser, like, whale, you know, milk me harder edition, and it was like $100. I forgot they were doing an expansion.
You can share there.
I think we mentioned it earlier this year.
I can't wait for the expansion. It's going to be great.
We've sent out our beta toolkit to verified creators, so hopefully more information on that soon.
Verified Bethesda shills, boys. That's going to be exciting.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Hey, no problem, Jess.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining us and for your continued feedback.
Bro, why does she have a potato sack on her? Is this in the wrong... Did she get the sides wrong, or what is this? Is this a Starfield NPC? I mean, the proportions are so wrong.
Feedback. Just a reminder, the update is available on Steam Beta today and will be available on all platforms later this month.
Yay.
So we'll see you in the stars.
Sure. If hell exists, it's playing Starfield.
To be fair, it could have been a lot worse, guys. It could have been way worse.
Yeah, to be fair, that is true. Ubisoft had a fat chick asking the questions, and she was making jokes about splashes. I'm pretty sure Japan would not appreciate that.
And so I'm thinking about it from that perspective. That how bad could this have really been, realistically? It could have been crazy bad. So, this update changed the game.
Yeah, sure.
The thing is, like, if they added the vehicles into the game...
The update bricks computers. That's what it changed. It unironically can actually brick your PC. Let that sink in.
I would probably go back and try it out. So, here's another thing. Is that the experience modifiers are too small. Like, I played Starfield a lot. And, like, I don't even know what happens in the story. But I know the systems in the game. And I know how they work. I know them very well. I'm level 200 in Starfield. The problem with making the experience higher is that the frequency of killing mobs is so low that you're never really going to be able to make progress versus just, like, mass crafting. Like, mass crafting is infinitely more efficient than, than killing NPCs.
Yeah,
which is not
sense.
the way the game should work. It's a good point. Yeah, it won't even change anything. Cyberpunk had some personality. Yes. This update does remind me to play Cyberpunk. You're right about that. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I think that the Starfield story...
Go on.
...loses to Dragonflight.
Oh, that's kind of a painful burn.
I think Dragonflight is better. Somebody's got to say it. Which story is worse, Dragon's Dogma 2 or Starfield?
Dragon's Dogma's story is simplistic, but it's not actually that bad. Starfield actually relies on story, but it has none.
Starfield is worse.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
The reason why is that it's more annoying. So Dragon's Dogma, in terms of quality, they're both 0. Like, if I was going to rate the story of Dragon's Dogma, I would rate it a 1. And if I was going to rate the story of Starfield, I would also rate it probably a 1. However, in Dragon's Dogma, you can effectively ignore the entire story, and it doesn't matter. Whereas in Starfield, it's harder to do that. What about Stellar Blade? The story in Stellar Blade is better than both of them. I think the story in...
I have no idea. It has jiggle physics. I think that's enough. Anyway, bye-bye.